Hey everyone, RogueGold here, welcome back to the Division 2, and today I want to take a look at and break down the new ability that this latest season for the game has given us that everybody is raving about. The best part is, it is in fact far stronger than I first believed or understood upon its reveal or its presentation in PTS, right? Like this thing was already going to be strong, but what we have now discovered makes it several times better. So don't worry, we're going to break it all down, but if you weren't aware or hadn't unlocked it yet, hopefully this will give you some motivation and something to look forward to getting, because it's pretty damn cool. So hopefully you end up enjoying the video. If so, and you want to see more like it in the future, then I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button if you've not already, and without further ado, let's get right to this. Alright, so this is the ability in question. It is one of this season's passive modifiers. Its name, maybe you've heard about it because again, ever since the PTS people have been talking about this thing, is Microwave Coils. It says up to 4 enemies affected by pulse now receive the burn status effect. You gain 5% bonus momentum for every affected hostile. Now really quickly, before we get to the demonstration, in case you don't know how to unlock this or you don't have it yet, you do need to get to the highest journey tier because it is awarded from journey tier 7, as you can see there on the rewards for 7. So you do have to get pretty far to unlock this, but given its power, maybe it makes sense why they put it this far in. Because if we go into the range here, let me show you how this works. Now, based off of that description and the way that I think most people initially thought about this, right, you activate a pulse and then you see how many enemies end up getting burned. In this case, you can see all those guys and the one back there just got burned because it says up to 4 can happen per thing. So like I said, that already is super good. You can see how much momentum I got just from that one pulse activation, and that CC or crowd control utility is going to serve very well in gameplay. But what if I told you that that is just scratching the surface of what is possible with this new modifier? I'm going to skip now to a few different demonstrations to show you what I'm talking about. Keep in mind, I don't know if this thing is bugged because by the description, you would think this just works with the pulse ability, right? The pulse skill, but it goes far, far beyond that. Take a look at these. Alright, so firstly, I want to take a look at the Heartbreaker gear set. If you don't know what this does, you can read under the 4-piece there that when you hit a headshot, it applies a pulse to the target for 5 seconds. You might be able to imagine what's going to happen here, but if I go and begin doing that, you will see that it has a chance to apply to that target. Now again, it's not guaranteed that's going to apply the fire, but that enemy got it right there before I killed them. Let's see if I can do it a bit more consistently. Someone will get it eventually. That enemy got it right there. I'm also running the blue screen LMG here, which as you can see can also apply a pulse and therefore apply the fire. If I go up here, I'm also running the Banshee Pulse, which applies a confuse and can set them on fire. So you can begin to see already what kind of crazy combinations this can have beyond just using something like the Scanner Pulse. We got him right there. So again, this is example number 1 of the kinds of potential that you can pair with this thing. Alright, so you saw how Heartbreaker worked with that, but what about something that can pulse a bit more consistently? On here, I have a Lexington with Flatline that I have the linked laser pointer equipped from. That is the mod that comes from using the Technician specialization that, if you don't know, pulses enemies upon aiming at them. So if I just start aiming at a few of these guys, oh, look at that. Fire, fire. How about you? Can we get you? Yes, we can. So the linked laser pointer is another fantastic option because you can just kind of manually set them on fire now by aiming at them. Again, it is a chance. It's not going to happen every single time. Additionally, I also put the decoy on this build because if I throw that out there, when enemies shoot at that, it does pulse them. And so in theory, you should start to see, yep, they're getting set on fire because they shot at it. So that's another combination right there. You could additionally then run that with the decoy passive modifier itself that like blinds enemies when it's destroyed or when it deactivates. I don't remember the full description or name of that offhand, but I'll be sure to put it up on the screen right now. But yeah, so the linked laser pointer and the decoy, one or the other or both of them, is yet another fantastic option with the Microwave Coils mod. Alright, now you thought you would see some cool combinations with Heartbreaker and the linked laser pointer. Let me tell you, you ain't seen nothing yet. How about the recon drone that you get from using the sharpshooter specialization that goes up in the air and pulses all enemies within with the current setup I have, 65-meter range. So take a look at this. If I go out here, I pop the drone. They're going to see me pretty soon, but I'll just ping it somewhere near the middle there. Take a look at what's about to happen. It goes up. Oh, they're set on fire. And that should continually keep happening as we go in combat. That guy just got it. They all just got it. This is probably the wildest combination. The fact that you can just have that in the air and it's going to continually mark ads on fire while you're in the middle of combat. I mean, that is crazy. And look how quickly I just got unstoppable. We just built up the maximum momentum tier by basically just sitting here and allowing that to do its thing and make enemies immobile and unable to shoot while you're in the middle of a fight. Look, those ads way out there just got marked. because they're within the drone's range. They just got ping coming out of the door, and just like the decoy, there's additionally another passive mod for the drone specifically, that when you destroy it, it'll shock enemies that are nearby. Again, I'll have it on screen so that you can read it, but there are just so many combinations that you can use with this. Again, I don't know if Microwave Coils is meant to work with all of these different pulsing abilities beyond just the pulse skill itself, but at least right now, it does. And if you want to try out some wild combinations, this might be a pretty fun one to do so. Alright my friends, well that is just about going to do it for this one. Hopefully those quick demonstrations give you a sense of the true power potential for this new seasonal passive modifier. But as always, keep in mind that these builds and loadouts that I showed here are just templates for said demonstration. I'm sure that the limits and creativity on them could be pushed much further. And so if you've already been messing around with this thing, or you were inspired after seeing this video, I would love to hear about any combinations or insights you might have. In addition to that, as always, if you have any questions after watching the video, please feel free to leave those down in the comments below, and I will do my very best to respond. Appreciate y'all watching as always. I'll catch you back soon. Until then, RogueGold. Ow.